Chuck Schumer, who joins me now. Leader Schumer, thank you very much for being here. And I'm just going to jump right into the thing that I'm the most obsessed about, which is voting. Because it's without voting, you get nothing else, right? And I want to let you listen to what Joe Manchin, the senator from West Virginia, has said about using, or I'll read to you what he said about using the filibuster on the For the People Act, basically getting rid of the filibuster to put through this critical voting bill. He says, how in the world could you, with the tension we have right now, allow a voting bill to restructure the voting of America on a partisan line? I'm not going to be a part of it. To me, that contains a lie. Because it's not restructuring voting on a partisan line. It's letting everyone vote. That's not partisan. That's American. If he's talking like that, will anything else be able to get through? If he is more devoted to the filibuster than he is to voting rights, how do we get anywhere?
Well, first, let me say I couldn't agree with you more. Voting rights is fundamental to our society. What these Republican legislatures are doing is despicable. When you lose an election in a democracy, Joy, you try to win over the people you lost. When you lose an election in an autocratic, dictatorial type government, you take people off the rolls. And what they're trying to do is make it harder for poor people, people of color, young people, urban people to vote. It's despicable and it cannot stand. So the question is, how do we get it done? Mm-hmm. And there are a number of members of my caucus who say, let's try things in a bipartisan way. Let's see if we can get Republicans to join us in dealing with this sacred issue of voting rights. And they're going to try. And hey, God bless them. If they can get Republicans to join us in big, bold reform, not dilute, half-baked reform, that would be the best way to go. But if they can't get us, to join them, then we will have to put our heads together and figure out a way to get it done. As I've said before, and I've said this to all of my colleagues, failure is not an option. Voting is too sacred, and everything will be on the table to get it done. They want their chance to prove bipartisanship, they'll have their chance. But that, if we cannot get bipartisanship for big, bold relief, everything will be on the table.
You did tell my colleague and friend Mehdi Hasan that you do have a deadline in terms of passing major election reform, yes, probably around August. Is that around the time that you then go back to a Joe Manchin, to a Kristen Sinema, who, sort of trolled her supporters with like some bling on her finger? She's doing things that even seem trolling at this point. And Manchin is being very ostentatious in basically saying, I am more devoted to the old Jim Crow filibuster than I am to voting rights or to anything, to infrastructure for my own state. I don't care. He's made it very clear. What tools do you have if we get to August and they're still saying no? What can you do to get them off the dime?
First, the reason August, I said on your colleague's show, was because if we wait till much past August, then these horrible changes that these Republican legislatures are putting into effect may not be undone in time for the 2022 elections, because, you have the primaries in some of these states in February or March or whatever. So we have to get it done by then, about then. And basically, we will look at every option. Again, I have some colleagues who are not now, as you stated, for going at it alone. They want to try bipartisanship. I'm willing to give them a little time to try that bipartisanship, but 2 points. Yeah. 2 points. One, we cannot have bipartisanship like we sort of did in 2009 and dilute everything so it's not very real. This is sacred, and you can't have it half-baked. You've got to protect voting rights, period. And second, we will not let them drag it out and drag it out and drag it out. But I've already said to the handful of my colleagues, go start talking to the Republicans now, see what they're willing to do. They may not be willing to do everything, but they want the chance at this time. I think that's fair to give them the chance, but not to let it get in the way. Failure is not an option, no matter what the Republicans do.
And I promise this will be my last question, my last shot at this. What is your leverage, though? Is this a case where the Democratic Senate Congressional Committee says, if you want to, be fully supported by us, you have, fundraising leverage? What is the leverage that you have over people like Sinema and Manchin?
The biggest leverage we have, first, is the merits. This is not what a democracy does. And I think they admit that. I mean, I think Sinema supports S1. I named it S1 after HR1 because I thought it was so important. So the biggest leverage we have is this is the right thing to do. But second, there's more leverage. Our caucus is going to know if we enact these laws, it makes the chances of us keeping the majority. If we fail to block these laws, the chances of our caucus retaining the majority and people who are up for re-election, like Kelly and Warnock, winning is greatly diminished.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel. You should know that you can follow today's top stories and breaking news and catch up on your favorite MSNBC shows all in one place. Download the NBC News app today.